Well, hello there, everyone. Great to be with you on, yes, the Inspirations for Your Life show. Thank you so much. And of course, a big warm welcome to everyone here tonight. Yes, thank you so much for deciding to be here tonight. We have another great show just for all of you guys. So I hope you will definitely check that out. Of course, there's lots of great stuff happening. And yeah, this is the place where we share all kinds of amazing content with you guys to help improve, yes, guys, the quality of your life. That's what this whole show is about. And like I said, it is so great to be with everyone here. In case you're wondering, today is Wednesday, August 19th, 2026. Yes, that is what today is. And again, it is so grateful a time to be with everyone here and to do all these great things with you guys. So really do appreciate everybody being here and making this a part of your life. All right, guys. If you've been here before, whether it's one time, 5, 10, or 100, or last track of the count, I want to say the words thank you. I want to say the words welcome. But also, guys, I want to say the words welcome back. Yes, I want to say the words welcome back because without you guys being here, our show wouldn't be on. So I really am grateful for all of you guys that are here. If this is your very first time joining me, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you. And of course, I want to say the words welcome. Yes, I want to say the words welcome. All right, guys. So if you're thirsty or hungry, feel free to go grab something. I have my delicious decaf tea here. Really good. Don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com, of course, for more of my amazing, inspiring creations, which you can do 24 hours a day after the show is over. All right, guys, let's get into this show, all right? So build a life you don't need to escape from Series 5, Show 34. That is what the master topic is for this entire week. Yes, that's what the master topic is. And it's a pretty good one. And today's granular topic for Wednesday is learn to enjoy the life happening right now. Series 5, Show 34, episode number 5. It's Wednesday. Yes, guys, welcome once again to the ever popular Inspirations for Your Life show. Here, I'm John C. Morley, a serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student at Montclair State University, a passionate lifelong learner, and so grateful now to be a published author. Welcome, everyone. A question for you. How often do we tell ourselves that we'll enjoy life after the next goal, the next project, the next achievement, or the next problem getting resolved? The danger is that there will always be something next on the pike. Today isn't about abandoning ambition. It's about making sure you don't become so focused on building tomorrow that you miss the life you actually are living today, being present in the moment. Let's explore 30 ways, okay, to enjoy the life happening right now in your life. Number 1, stop rushing toward the next milestone. I know you want to get there, and you will, but let's enjoy the milestone we're in right now. Goals give us direction, but life isn't only the space between accomplishments. Don't move so quickly toward the next destination that you miss everything happening along the way. Number 2, guys, notice what is already good in your life. Notice what is already good in your life. I think that's an important piece. All right. Very, very important piece. We naturally notice problems because problems demand attention. Deliberately notice what's working too. And something doesn't have to be perfect before it can be appreciated. Number 3, guys, enjoy progress before completion. You don't have to wait until the finish line to feel good about what you're building. Progress deserves recognition because every meaningful accomplishment begins with smaller steps. Number 4, stop treating today like a waiting room. Today isn't merely where you sit until something better happens. Give this day value of its own. Instead of continually postponing your life, enjoy the moment you're in right now. That tea is very good. Number 5, pay attention to ordinary pleasures. Pay attention to them. A good meal, favorite song, beautiful afternoon, interesting conversation, or peaceful moment may seem small, but these experiences may make up enormous portions of our lives. And that's important to recognize. Number 6, let yourself celebrate small victories. Not every victory needs fireworks. Sometimes it can be simply acknowledging that something went well, gives your mind a chance to recognize progress instead of immediately searching for another problem. Stop moving the finish line. You reach the goal and immediately create another one. Growth is great, but constantly moving the finish line can make success feel permanently unreachable. Number 8, appreciate what once felt impossible. Look around at something in your life that you once hoped for, worked toward, or weren't sure you could accomplish. What once seemed extraordinary may now feel normal. Don't forget what it took to get there. Number 9, notice how far you've already traveled. We spend so much time measuring the distance ahead that we forget to look behind us. Occasionally, compare where you are today with where you actually started, and you'll be pretty surprised and impressed. Number 10, enjoy people while they're present. Don't assume there will always be another conversation or another opportunity to spend time together. Give people your attention while they're actually in front of you. Yeah. And be respectful toward them. Number 11, stop waiting for everything to improve. I know a lot of people out there like, I don't want to do anything till this improves. Okay, I get the point, but we need to be in the moment in our lives. That's a very key point. Number 11, stop waiting for everything to improve. And what I also want to say is there will probably always be something you'd like to change in your life. Don't make perfect circumstances a requirement for experiencing something good today. Number 12, find value inside imperfect days. A difficult day can still contain a great conversation, useful lesson, unexpected laugh, or peaceful moments. Imperfection doesn't erase everything good around it. No, it allows us to be able to appreciate what's going on in our life. Number 13, give yourself permission to feel satisfied. Satisfaction doesn't mean you stop growing. You can appreciate where you are while remaining excited about where you're going. I think that's an important piece, guys. Number 14, notice experiences money can't replace. Some of life's most valuable experiences don't have a price tag. Trust, friendship, laughter, time, connection, curiosity, and meaningful conversations, as they cannot simply be purchased. The value of understanding money can buy some things, but it can't buy a lot of things in our own personal life. And I think the sooner we understand that, the sooner we realize that a big part of our success is relationships, is communication, is connection. All right. I think that's a real big one that we often miss because we're so into jumping through the next hurdle that we haven't thought about like what's happening right now, right? We haven't thought about what's happening right now. And I think those are things that maybe some of us are going to say, wait a minute, I didn't quite get that. I didn't quite understand that. All right. But when we become in the moment, we start to appreciate things. We get insights, have better creativity. Number 15, stop comparing today's life to somebody else's. I know that might sound like something you should do because you're like, well, they're here and I'm there. Well, everybody's different. Comparison can make something good suddenly feel inadequate. You don't know the full reality behind someone else's life. And when you start analyzing it, it can make you feel down. You don't know what they went through. They don't know what you went through. Measure your progress against your own direction. I think that's one that I think we all have to learn. And once we learn it, we can appreciate where we're coming from and where everybody else is coming from. All right. I think that's something that take some people years to learn. But I want to tell you that once you learn that lesson, you'll be very appreciative to who you are, to what you're doing, and what you're actually going to accomplish in life. All right. That's a very, very important thing for us to acknowledge. All right. Very important to acknowledge. And when we acknowledge this, we're going to start to realize one thing, that we are in the moment. We are in the moment. We're living in the present. We're living intentionally. We didn't just show up. We are living intentionally. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I can actually tell you, that we are living intentionally in our lives. I think that's a very powerful thing for us to realize. Number 16, enjoy what doesn't need improvement. Not everything needs optimization. Sometimes something is already good. Let it be good without immediately searching for a way to upgrade it. Okay. I know lots of times we want to make things better, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if something is good the way it is and we're enjoying it, maybe we don't want to change that. Maybe we want to keep things the way they are, like right now. Right? That's a very keen thing. But a lot of people, because they're analyzing other people, they get stuck. And they don't even know they're stuck. They get depressed, and then they get apathy, and they decide they're inferior, and they don't do anything. And that all happens because of one thing. You know what happens? Why that happens? It happens because of the emotional change that happens in our life. And that happens basically when we put ourselves down and make ourselves feel inadequate. It causes a chemical change, and that can cause depression, that can cause apathy, where we just don't want to do things. And guys, I hate to break this to you, but that's the beginning signs of burnout. All right. Number 17, let accomplishment actually register with you. When you accomplish something meaningful, stop long enough to recognize it. You worked for it. Give your mind a chance to understand that something changed because of your effort. Number 18, stop turning every victory into another alignment. I know so many people are like, well, I just accomplished this. I got to do this next and this next. And they don't enjoy the moment of where they are and what they have accomplished. Okay. You finish one goal and you immediately ask, well, what's next? We need to enjoy the goal that we're working on or that we've completed and be grateful for it. Before creating another task, experience the victory you just earned. Relax in it, bask in it. Okay. Don't be ready to just, hit clear and reset. You worked hard for that accomplishment. You deserve to get a reward and to celebrate it. Don't just move on, guys. Number 14, be present for your own progress. So don't become a spectator to your achievements. Notice yourself learning, improving, adapting, and becoming more capable. Our capability is something that we feed or starve based on our perceptions. Our perceptions predicate what we're doing in our life. Okay. That's probably one of the most important things that I can share with you. Number 20, notice the moments you'll someday miss. Ordinary routines can become precious memories later, and a familiar place, regular conversation, daily ritual, or time with someone you care about may someday be something you wish you could experience again and again. So I think it's important that we become present in every part of our life. that our life becomes intentional in everything we do. I think that's a really important thing. Okay. We need to become intentional in everything that we do. Number 21, guys. Enjoy the conversations without an objective. What does that mean? Enjoy the experience from, the words that you're hearing, the person you're with, but also the opportunity to take in knowledge. To take in knowledge. That's a very important thing. So enjoy the conversations without an objective, right? Not every conversation needs to generate a lead, solve a problem, teach something, or accomplish a task. Sometimes talking with another person is valuable simply because you enjoy the connection. The connection. Maybe you realize you're both like each other and you have similarities, and that gets you to bond better than with anyone else. You're not trying to impress the other person. You're not trying to tell them that you're better than them. You're just trying to enjoy life and take it step by step. Do you know a lot of people that take things step by step, or do you basically say to yourself, John, I have no clue what you're talking about? This comes back to the whole concept of being intentional, right? If we are intentional in our life, our attitude changes. The right energy falls into our life, and the bad energy mismatch just falls to the side. But this takes practice, guys. This does not happen overnight. Doesn't happen overnight. Number 22, let ordinary experiences matter. You don't need extraordinary events every week to have a meaningful life. You don't need grand gestures every day. Ordinary meals, walks, drives, conversations, and quiet evenings, guess what, guys? They all count too. It could be anything from a fancy dinner all the way up to just making yourself something simple at home and enjoying and being grateful for that meal. Maybe you ordered out, maybe it's just a slice of pizza, but being grateful for that moment that you have to sit there and to enjoy the food and the beverage that you are able to take part in. Number 23, guys, I ask you to stop requiring extraordinary circumstances, because people looking for extraordinary circumstances, oftentimes they talk themselves out of where they're really going. Okay. Not because they want to, but because they're putting an expectation. And when it's not there or fulfilled, guess what happens? Their attitude drops. If enjoyment requires perfect weather, plenty of money, unlimited time, or a major event, you'll spend a lot of time just waiting. Learn to recognize opportunities for enjoyment's sake inside normal circumstances. I think that's something that a lot of people here don't realize. You might have heard people say to you, oh, how do I get off the merry-go-round? How do I get off? It's just spinning. That means they're overcommitted. That means they're not taking time to be meaningful with everything they're doing. That's what that means. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's the absolute truth. Number 24, guys. Recognize when you're already living something good. Sometimes we don't recognize a good chapter until it's over. Look around while you still know inside it. You may already be experiencing, something you'll remember fondly later. Number 25, give gratitude a practical place in your day. It deserves one. Gratitude doesn't have to become a complicated ritual. Simply pause long enough to recognize something you value instead of allowing everything good to become invisible through familiarity. Think about that for a moment. The things that you enjoy, do you just take them in, or do you really sit back and realize how grateful you are for them? I'm just asking a question. Okay. Number 26. Number 26 is an important one. Learn to appreciate without becoming complacent. Wow, that's a powerful one. Appreciation and ambition aren't opposites. Okay. You can be grateful for where you are while still working towards something better. The key is to be grateful for what you have now. In fact, appreciation can make growth healthier. I think we all want to change. We all want to grow, right? But we have to be grateful to what we have now, to what we are now in our life. That's a key, guys. That's a key. Number 27, please let today have value of its own. Today doesn't need to justify itself by producing something for tomorrow. You may think it does. And if you do that, you're changing your perception. Then when it doesn't happen, you get dismayed or you get disappointed. Some experiences deserve to matter simply because they happened and you were there to experience them. Number 28, guys, stop racing past your own life. Constantly thinking about what comes next can prevent you from experiencing what is happening right now in the very moment. Occasionally, slow your mental pace enough to notice where you actually are. That's a key. Number 29, the present isn't practice for later. This moment isn't a rehearsal. You don't get to save it and experience it again when you're less busy. The present is part of the actual life you're trying to build. Number 30, enjoy the life happening right now before you. Keep your goals, continue growing, build the future you actually want. But don't make the future the only place where you're allowed to experience happiness, satisfaction, connection, or even pure enjoyment. As I get ready to close the show up for today, there is nothing, guys, wrong with wanting more from life. Okay? You can want to accomplish more, learn more, create more, experience more, and become more. And you should. But there's a difference between building towards something and constantly telling yourself that life hasn't started yet. Your life has already started. It's happening during the ordinary Wednesday, right? Which is what today is. It's happening during the conversation you almost rushed through before you watch the show. It's happening during the meal you barely noticed and gave thanks for. Because you were too busy thinking about tomorrow. It's happening while you're building the business, earning the degree, pursuing the opportunity, developing the relationship, or working toward the next goal. Ladies and gentlemen, don't become so focused on the destination that you forget the experience of the journey. You see, you're working so hard to create it. Why not enjoy the trip? Look around occasionally. The birds, different scenery, water, plants, animals. Notice what's already good around you. Celebrate the small victory. Recognize how far you've traveled. Enjoy the people who are here. Appreciate what once seemed impossible. And when something good happens, resist the urge to immediately turn it into another assignment. I know that's hard for some people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and I thank you so much for choosing to join me here today for another amazing episode of Inspirations for Your Life. And I want to leave you with some important words of wisdom, okay? First of all, ladies and gentlemen, please keep growing. Please keep learning. Please keep building. Growing, learning, building. But ladies and gentlemen, please remember, the present isn't practice for later. No, people get that wrong. You see, this is your life too, right now. The ordinary Monday, the ordinary Tuesday, the Wednesday, the Thursday, the Friday. This is your life. You're building it. Learn to enjoy the life happening right now before you. And I think a good way to enjoy the life before you is to be mindful of things. If you're about to have a meal, regardless of whether you're religious or not, take a moment and be grateful for the precious food, the beverage, right? Say thank you. Even if you're at a restaurant, you could do it privately and quietly. You don't have to have a big brigade or a big grand gesture. You can do it very quietly. If you believe in God, you can thank God. You, Lord, thank you, Lord, or Creator, I thank you so much for allowing me. Or you can just say, I'm so grateful and so thankful that I have this bountiful plate before me and a beverage to enjoy with it. When we start to think from those mindsets, we start to slowly rewire our brain. And over time, the neuroplasticity we've talked about before changes. And with those changes, our perceptions change, our attitudes change, our energy changes, our health changes. You know what else changes? Our level of gratitude. If you're wondering why you're not successful, the first thing I'm going to tell you is, how grateful are you for everything you have right now? Just a question. You don't have to tell me. Just be grateful every day for everything you have. Take a few moments before each meal, before you go to sleep, before you get up. Be grateful for everything. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. Be sure to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, of course, inspiring creations. I'll catch you real soon.